The Silence of the Lambs is set in the 1980s and follows FBI trainee Clarice Starling. Starling is a young woman with a strong sense of justice and a troubled past, particularly concerning her deceased father. The novel opens with Starling working at the FBI Academy in Quantico, Virginia. She is intelligent, determined, and driven by a desire to prove herself in a male-dominated field. Dr. Hannibal Lecter, a former psychiatrist turned notorious serial killer, is imprisoned at the Baltimore State Hospital for the criminally insane. Known for his extreme intelligence and brutality, Lecter has been convicted of multiple murders and cannibalism. His crimes and his psychological manipulation make him both feared and respected. The Case of Buffalo Bill. The central mystery in the novel revolves around Buffalo Bill, a serial killer who has been abducting and murdering young women. The FBI is at a dead end with the investigation, and the killer's pattern is becoming more complex and erratic. Buffalo Bill's modus operandi involves skinning his victims, which has led to his nickname. To gain insight into Buffalo Bill's psyche, the FBI turns to Lecter. The agency hopes that Lecter, with his deep understanding of criminal psychology, can provide valuable information. Agent Jack Crawford, who oversees the Behavioral Science Unit, assigns Starling the task of interviewing Lecter. Starling's interaction with Lecter. Starling visits Lecter in his high-security cell, where she faces his intense scrutiny. Lecter's demeanor is both charismatic and sinister. He agrees to cooperate with Starling, but his assistance comes with a price. He demands personal details about Starling's past and engages in psychological games to manipulate her. He is particularly intrigued by her vulnerability and her past trauma. As their conversations progress, Lecter provides cryptic but insightful comments that aid Starling in understanding Buffalo Bill's motives. Lecter also provides clues about Bill's identity, which helps Starling piece together the profile of the killer. Unveiling the truth. Lecter's cooperation comes with a hidden agenda. He is keenly interested in escaping his confinement and manipulates Starling to achieve this. He plants the idea that a particular individual might be involved with Buffalo Bill, which leads Starling to investigate further. Starling's investigation reveals that Buffalo Bill is a man named James Gum, who has a deep-seated need to transform himself and is influenced by gender dysphoria. Bill's desire to create a woman suit from his victims is driven by his personal confusion and hatred towards his own identity. The climax and confrontation. As Starling gets closer to identifying Buffalo Bill, the tension escalates. Starling discovers that Bill's latest victim is still alive and held captive in a well. She must navigate a series of challenges and confrontations to rescue the victim and bring Bill to justice. Simultaneously, Lecter escapes from his cell in a dramatic and brutal manner, using his cunning and knowledge of human psychology to outwit his guards and the FBI. His escape becomes a major subplot that adds to the novel's suspense and complexity. Resolution and aftermath. In a tense and climactic sequence, Starling confronts Buffalo Bill in his home, where she manages to rescue the victim and apprehend the killer. The rescue operation is marked by Starling's bravery and resourcefulness, highlighting her growth and competence as an FBI agent. Lecter's escape remains unresolved as he disappears into the world, leaving behind a trail of chaos and uncertainty. His final interactions with Starling are marked by a chilling sense of unresolved tension. The novel ends with Starling receiving a phone call from Lecter, who is now free and enjoying his new life, leaving readers with a sense of lingering dread. The Silence of the Lambs explores several themes. 1. The nature of evil. The novel delves into the nature of evil through its portrayal of Lecter and Buffalo Bill. Lecter's sophisticated yet malevolent behavior and Bill's horrific crimes challenge readers to understand the complex motivations behind extreme acts of violence. 2. Psychological manipulation. Lecter's interactions with Starling highlight the power of psychological manipulation. His ability to control and influence those around him emphasizes the interplay between intelligence, power, and morality. 3 Point. Identity and transformation. Buffalo Bill's desire to change his identity and Lecter's own transformation from a respected psychiatrist to a cannibalistic killer explore themes of identity and self-perception. The novel examines how individuals grapple with their own sense of self and the impact of societal expectations. 4. Gender and power. The dynamic between Starling and the male characters in the novel, including Lecter and Crawford, reflects broader themes of gender and power. Starling's journey challenges traditional gender roles and highlights her determination to succeed in a predominantly male field. The Silence of the Lambs is a gripping psychological thriller that combines elements of crime, horror, and drama. Thomas Harris's masterful storytelling, complex characters, and exploration of dark themes create a compelling narrative that has resonated with readers and viewers alike. The novel's portrayal of psychological tension, moral ambiguity, and human vulnerability makes it a classic in the genre, with enduring impact and relevance.